So I'm Rob Allen. I've recently taken over a new role at Hashgraph, leading the Hedera Enterprise Adoption Team, or HEAT, which is focused on governing council projects. So HEAT has been set up, it's almost like a professional services team for the Hedera council members, so that we help them with their projects from across. I coordinate across all of the ecosystem partners with a kind of singular focus to help council members build their solutions and take them to production. I've spent the last 2 years back with them supporting their strategy for a Web3 future that AP Plus kind of participates in. And part of that was being invited to join the Reserve Bank of Australia's Project Acacia, which has been a project focused on tokenization of financial markets this year. So Australian Payments Plus, being the infrastructure provider for Australia for all payments, had a very unique role to play within Project Acacia. We envisaged a world where stablecoins and tokenized deposits and tokenized money market funds proliferate. And the purpose of a payments scheme provider like AP Plus is there to support its members, so the banks that issue these new forms of digital money, and provide infrastructure to interchange, to support additional services, regulatory services for things like that. And those are what we have demonstrated through Project Acacia, both to other participants that are doing kind of financial markets, marketplace for tokenized assets, where we provide the payments part of delivery versus payment, or providing access to CBDCs for member organizations within AP Plus, or integrating our traditional and existing payment rails with these new forms of digital money. So we've got a faster payments system in Australia called MPP, and we've demonstrated how we can integrate stablecoins with those traditional rails. HashSphere was announced at an ideal time for us. We had proposed a number of projects for Project Acacia, and there was an opportunity from the Reserve Bank of Australia to also demonstrate an integration with wholesale central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. But the Reserve Bank wanted these to be issued on private networks, because regulated organizations, there is still a need in some use cases for private permissioned networks. And this was the case for Project Acacia. If we wanted to use CBDCs, then we had to find a private network on which to issue. And some of the other participants take their own fork of something like Ethereum and stand up a temporary network to do that. We didn't have to do that because HashSphere was announced. It's exactly the same tech stack as the public network that we were using for stablecoins and had to continue to use for stablecoins because that's where they will live. So we had to design a way of interoperating between the private network and the public network. But we didn't have to build and design and implement the private network ourselves because Hashgraph made it available to us. Regulated organizations aren't ready to go fully into public networks, and some never will be. The whole value proposition for HashSphere is that there is a natural progression from Web 2 and cloud-based or even on-prem, very safe, very secure systems into what a fully public, multi-blockchain Web3 space will be. So that transition between Web 2 and Web 3 will have a number of waypoints, and HashSphere is very well positioned to do that, because there are use cases that will always be private and will always need a private network to support them. And there are some where that organization is just not comfortable going fully public yet, but they can maintain momentum and understand the use case better by going into a private network. And then there'll be hybrid models, like we've demonstrated, where some of the use cases will be in public network, some will be in private network, and the two will interoperate. And I think that's where we'll see a lot of certainly regulated sectors existing for some time. So I think HashSphere gives us the additional tools in our toolbox to actually take these big, complex and meaningful use cases into these industries. So no other chain has this ability to be able to create a private network or a shared world, but with exactly the same technology stack and all the similar tooling that integrates with it to move seamlessly and transparently into the public space as well. Our Hedera Council is, by design, multi-sector, multi-geography, multi-industry, and they're not all regulated businesses, but they all have a similar need. These Fortune 500 companies have a need for confidentiality, for privacy. They have commercial sensitivities, certainly within things like consortia, that these hybrid architectures support. So it gives me, when I'm talking to enterprise, a far more sophisticated set of tools to deliver solutions for them.